Welcome to another edition of Sports Talk alongside my dad, Norm LaMadeline. I'm Matt LaMadeline. Welcome to the show. And no Marty Mad Dog Murphy tonight, but that's okay. He shall return.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff going on. There's no doubt about it.
Well, next week we'll be off, so it won't be.
Oh
next
yeah,
week,
yeah. That's right. Yeah. Next week we are off, and obviously.
4th of July.
Yeah, we want
Nice
to
weekend.
tell everybody obviously a happy 4th of July. And this
Yeah,
one's a
yeah.
big one, obviously 250th year anniversary of this country. And I just want to say that there's a lot of things going bad in this country, but boy, do we live in the greatest country in the world or not. And think about that over this weekend while you're at your barbecues and everything else. Boy, is there just. We're not going to get into it, obviously, but it's ridiculous how divided this country is right now, and there's no reason for it. And anyways, that's my political view.
Well,
for the
I
day.
agree, and
Yeah.
I think we celebrate every 4th of July.
Absolutely.
And this is very special, and there's a lot of very special things going on, celebrations everywhere.
Absolutely.
And Washington's going crazy. It's 16 days of celebrations and
right.
everything on, right? So I think we're doing the right thing by celebrating big time.
Absolutely, this is a big deal, right? Our country's 250 years
Yeah.
old. I mean, come on. Our forefathers would want us to do this, and we are the greatest country in the world. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Plain
And
and
you've
simple.
seen that too. You see these people over here from all over the world, the World Cup, they're going crazy. They go to Walmart, they think it's a museum.
It's crazy.
You know,
isn't it,
these
though?
people are, they can't believe it. They say, oh, we hear all kinds of bad things. The press is telling this and that. We come to this country and it's great.
Yeah. Well, the
So-
bottom line is I have a feeling that after this World Cup, there might be a few more thousand people living here in this
Oh, yeah.
country. They'll decide not to return or move here or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
right?
absolutely.
I mean, talk about the fruits of the country. They're everywhere, and it is the land of opportunity. Still, it really
Still is,
You got to work
absolutely.
hard for it
It is,
sometimes, and it is what it is. But before we get going, obviously we want to thank Mike Albini and Big Al Coles in the back for helping us out and doing what they do back there, making us look good. Phone number is 203-753-7593 is the number. If I didn't say it, did I say that already? I don't know.
No,
I don't know if I didn't
that's
say it.
all right.
Yeah.
Just say it again.
We'll say it again.
In case you forgot.
Yeah, we'll say it again. Dad, we had quite a Travelers tournament, and I'll tell you what, it's crazy because the course just is obviously too easy for these guys.
Yeah.
When you're getting scores of 20 under for the weekend and 21 under and 17, 18 under, the course is too easy for these guys, obviously. But they obviously love coming here. The fans were crazy.
Yep.
We had a tie due to darkness and rain and everything else yesterday. So it was it was quite a weekend. I wasn't around, so I only saw the end yesterday. I mean, did you watch a whole bunch of it?
Oh,
or-
it's quite a bit of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
It's very interesting, and it was going back and forth. Hovland did a great job in the second round. He had a one-stroke lead,
Yeah.
and he lost it, into the last round.
Yeah.
And then he rallied and
Yeah.
came back to the top. His name was starting to drop a little bit, in the leaderboard. I kept
Yeah,
watching the leaderboard,
yeah.
and he was down. There's a couple of other guys that were 19 under as well. It wasn't just him.
Right.
And Schaefer was 20, 20 under.
Yeah.
So these other guys, 18, 19, other guys could have done it too as well.
Right.
But Hovland stayed with it, and he had a fantastic audience. He had a bunch of people that were here for the World Cup.
Yeah, I
and
saw that too.
and
Yeah.
they're the Vikings, and they had this rowing team, which it was amazing, and I'm sure it fired him up because
Yeah.
his home country of Norway is right there backing him
Right,
up.
right.
And when he was rallying, boy, they really they cheered and they rowed even harder.
Yeah, that's
It
awesome.
was fantastic.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
the color. It was just great watching. And he stayed in. And the way it ended up, Schaefer ended up with 69. Scheffler had a 68, and Hovland ended up with 69. But the playoff, of course, Hovland
Yeah.
won the playoff, and both of them finished 21 under at 259.
Unbelievable.
So they couldn't play even more.
Yeah.
Couldn't be any more even.
Well, the crazy thing about it was, if you don't know, is that they had to finish today. They played a one-hole playoff, and it lasted all of 15 minutes. And Hovland sunk the birdie putt, I guess,
Yeah.
and then obviously Scheffler didn't get the birdie
missed
putt.
it,
He
yeah.
ended up getting the par, which. Which is it's probably a par four, I'm guessing. So for you non-golf fans, a birdie is one under. So he got it in three. And
Yeah.
Scheffler, the
Yeah.
number one player in the world right now
Yes.
in golf, which is wonderful for the tournament.
And Hovland's number 11, so
Yeah.
that's going to move him up a few
Yeah,
notches.
yeah. And I'll tell you
That's
what,
a
a
big
nice
win.
$4 million paycheck too.
Yes.
I'm not sure how they split it now because of the playoff, but it was Hovland's going to get a lot more than Scheffler, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But it is a $20 million purse, which is split amongst the field, and
Yeah.
that's a lot of money. That's all our insurance money. Let's face it. It just is.
Travelers, yeah. It's travelers'
yeah,
money.
right. Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely.
This crazy state of Connecticut where we're taxed to death and everything else. I guess your son, my brother, and nephew went on Saturday, huh?
Yeah.
They seemed like they had a good time. They said, but the prices doubled
Yeah,
since last year.
That's what
which
Mark
is-
was telling me. He says they couldn't believe the price of
Yeah.
tickets.
Yeah.
But they drew the crowd. They drew top 10 players, which
Yeah.
for the longest time they were drawing.
Right,
Maybe
right.
one or two people would
Yeah.
come and celebrities, and that was it. And for a long time, it looked like it wasn't going to go. There was a conflict with a few other tournaments,
yeah.
or they were very close 1 week on
Yeah,
either side.
Well, the problem is is there's a major tournament the week before, so everybody's playing in the majors.
Yeah.
So they don't, I don't know if I want to go to Cromwell, Connecticut, but I'll tell you what, if they want to boost their egos, they can do it too.
Yeah.
With the course being what it is. I'm not saying that I can go over there and get a 20 on there, but I'm just saying that obviously these pros, it's a lot easier of a course for them.
Yeah.
And obviously they must wine and dine these guys.
Oh yeah,
And
The
because these
corporations
guys-
are there.
Yeah,
They're all there. When I was working at Pratt, we had a big tent for
Yeah.
VIPs and
Yeah.
caviar. I mean, the whole
yeah,
thing. I mean,
yeah,
it was just
yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah, wine
You know,
and dining.
Whole bars. They roll out whole bars. Any liquor you could think of is there.
Yeah,
It's just
of course.
unbelievable what they do to get these people there.
Yeah, it was probably the Canon GHO back then too, right?
It was Canon. Yeah, that for a while was Canon. Yeah.
Canon, and
Yeah,
then it was
yeah.
Buick for a little while. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I remember.
Yeah, I remember the
Yeah.
Buick. The
Yeah.
Buick too. GM put a lot of money into that one.
Yeah. And I think that they were hoping to lure Tiger at the time because he was, sponsored by Buick or something, and it just never happened. But I'll tell you what, how great was the one whole playoff, right? I mean, they managed to battle through the rain yesterday. They had a great competition. Obviously, there was a couple guys that were 19 and 18, and 17 under.
Yeah.
I mean
It's
that
that
would
close.
usually win a tournament anywhere, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it was another successful Travelers, and obviously, it'll be there next year.
Yeah.
And for all you golf fans out there or just casual fans, I'll tell you what, I've gone a couple of times and just walked around and followed golfers, and it's a lot. It's a good time. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to love golf to enjoy it. It's a good, just a good environment.
And watching it on TV has gotten a lot better too. Now they're showing the shots, how they take off.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. That's beautiful. And then you get close up. You couldn't get any better
Yeah.
because they're right on the hole. They show the
yeah.
hole, so you could watch it on TV. It
Yeah.
used to be difficult to watch, and it was kind of lazy and slow moving. But now it's much faster moving.
Yeah.
And they go for this hole, that hole. You got golfers on hole 10, 11, 12, 13. So that they move quickly.
Yeah, I gotta admit that I love watching golf, and what I do is I flip on the Golf Channel when I need to go to sleep, and I watch a few holes while they're whispering to me.
Oh yeah.
And I'm out before you know it. But yeah,
It's a good sleeper.
yeah. Well, like we said, Victor Hovland from
Hovland.
Norway.
Hovland.
He ends up winning the Travelers Tournament for 2026, and I have to admit that the crazy fans, the world fans that are here, are insane. I saw them take over
Yeah.
a Miami Marlins game a few weeks ago or last week, whatever it was, and they were hooting and hollering. They even let them on the field with their bagpipes. I mean, it was cool. It was
Oh, they
really
should. They really should.
Yeah.
You know, they are our guests, and you know we're so good with the FIFA, and you know we have. Well, I don't know if we kind of get to it yet.
Yeah, go
but
ahead,
we
go
have
ahead.
a
We can
whole
jump
bunch
into
of
World Cup.
sites here.
Yeah, we can jump into World Cup.
Now this is in a round of 12, all right?
Yeah.
And that's going to be in Foxborough, one, and East Rutherford, Inglewood, Toronto, Santa Clara, Seattle, Houston, Arlington, Mexico City, Atlanta, Miami Gardens, Vancouver, and Kansas City.
Wow, okay.
I mean, this is all over North America, North
Yeah,
and Central
yeah.
America. It's
Yeah,
just
right.
unbelievable.
Right.
And so these people come from all these countries. They're in town, and you know there isn't a single town yet that they can get rave reviews for how they're received.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, they're spending a lot of money, too, let's face it. Not only at the games,
Yeah.
but, you know, think about lodging and flying and driving and, you know, they're going to other sporting events, which is cool. They're dumping, I mean, this World Cup is pumping some serious money into our economy, right? And like you said, it couldn't be a better year for it with the 250th anniversary. Let's just hope that everybody behaves and it continues to go well.
Oh, it should go well. And right now, you know, it got a slow start because they had around 48.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of traveling involved, I suppose, at that point. But what's going to happen now is we're doing the round of 32 right now, which means 12 teams are eliminated
Right.
in the first round.
Right.
So what's left is 32 teams, and then there'll be that is going to be it's kind of dated now. A round of 16 after that, they're going to reduce it from 32 to 16. So there's going to be more eliminations
Right. So
in this round.
At this point now, I'm kind of looking at it like the NCAA tournament, right? So it's one and done. So it's going to go 32 to 16 to 8 to 4 to 2 to 1, right?
Right.
Right.
But that's not how it's going here. Instead of going from 48 to 24,
Yeah.
it's going to 32.
Right,
So
okay,
the third
okay.
place finishers are still in.
Gotcha. Okay. And it's all by points. I saw that.
It's all points, yeah.
2 points for a win, a point for a draw.
Right.
And I mean, there's some good teams out there. I mean, Argentina, Mexico, France, still all 3-0, from what I saw
Yes.
as of last night.
And the favorite teams, if you want to look at the favorite teams, just what they're saying, who will win. Sportsbooks have Spain at plus 450 as the World Cup favorite, followed
Okay.
closely by France,
Yeah.
by England, Argentina, Portugal, and the U.S. has a chance, has odds of plus 4,000. So,
Okay.
you know, it's probably going to go deep into the tournament. Doesn't mean we're going to not finish up and anytime soon. We're hoping that with our players, and we got a star player back.
Yeah.
Chris Puglisi
Okay.
is back.
Okay.
So we should do well in these rounds that are coming up.
Well, I saw that they did lose, unfortunately, to Turkey over the weekend.
Yeah, but it wasn't a
3-2.
bad loss because
Yeah.
they had already won their
Yeah,
bracket
D.
and
Right,
moved on.
right,
So
right.
there's going to be some losses along the way, and when we start playing the really big teams, that's coming up too because this week, that's on Wednesday at 8 o'clock on Fox, we're going to have at Santa Clara. We're playing Bosnia Herzegovina.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then,
and that's the home of the 49ers. If you guys are saying, what is Santa Clara? That's
Yeah.
actually where the 49ers.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all around the big cities. Yeah.
Yeah.
So at that point, the winner plays Belgium or Senegal, right?
Okay.
So there's still winnable games. These are still not the top
Yeah.
league yet.
And then it
So
goes to
it's-
what, Seattle after that?
Then goes Seattle. But then the next bracket that we're going to has Portugal, Croatia, Spain, and Austria.
Wow.
So that's going to be a difficult bracket.
Right.
And that's where we're starting to think that we need to play very,
Right.
very
Well-
well in that area.
Well, you got to be Bosnia first. If you don't beat, I mean, it's one and done, right? At this point. So if they lose to Bosnia, they're out.
Yeah.
So they got to win. Got to beat Bosnia on Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll worry about the next the next game after that. But it is dated, right? It's dated.
Oh
does
yeah,
it say?
the dates are all here.
Yeah, So should they win, they will go to Seattle and they'll play the winner of that other game. And what is it? It's July what? 7th or 8th?
here's the exact dates. So let's go by date because who knows what else is going to happen here. All right, so tournament dates. All right, the group stage, which we're through this one, is June 11th and June 27th, so just finished.
Yeah.
And the first round is done.
Okay.
Stage 32, June 28th, which is tonight, to July 3rd.
Okay.
Okay, they're moving on now from now on.
Right.
And
So
the
July
group-
3rd is Saturday. Or
Saturday,
Sunday.
right? No,
Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah,
And
July
then
1st already
the
on
round of
Wednesday.
16 started the 4th.
Okay.
4th to the 7th.
Yeah.
Quarterfinals are July 9th to 11th.
Okay.
So once you get rolling, the semifinals is going to be July 14th and 15th. The third place match is going to be consolation, I guess,
Yeah.
July 18th. The World Cup is going to be July 19th.
Okay.
And the World Cup is going to be at Giant Stadium.
Yeah, wow, that's gonna be a tough ticket to get, especially right there. New York's gonna be hopping, New York City, and then all the way down into the Newark area. I would believe is gonna be rocking with World Cup fans.
Oh, New York is going to,
Yeah.
New York's, well, they're already going crazy over the,
with the Knicks.
over their Knicks,
Right.
right? So
Yeah.
they're used to celebrating right now.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
lots of good soccer out there if you're gonna watch. I mean, I've been watching bits and pieces. I just, I will be watching Wednesday and rooting hard for the U.S. of A. But boy, I just don't. The pitch, which is the field, obviously you know that,
Yeah.
is just too big.
Oh,
to
it is.
me.
It's
and then
huge,
the
yeah.
goals are
Yeah.
the goals are just too big as well.
I
don't
think
even-
so. As opposed to hockey, I was thinking about that
Yeah.
too. This is a pretty wide goal.
Yeah. I
It
don't
should
know
be
how.
easier to score,
Right.
but it isn't.
Yeah, my Windsor Locks grandkids are goalies, and boy, they're not big kids, and
Yeah.
how in God's name they make some of these stops is unbelievable, and some of these strikers and stuff. They're such good, like I don't know, they juke and move. And the goalie's diving one way and the ball goes the other way. So, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff going on in soccer. I still love the bicycle kick. I love all that kind of stuff. But, boy, it's tough to watch. I think it's tough to
Yeah,
watch.
it's just a low scoring. I think that's what it is, And we're coming off basketball,
Yeah.
especially with the Knicks, scoring over 100 points almost
yeah.
every game,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then the NCAA tournament, we used to very fast sports.
Yeah.
And even baseball's hard.
But, baseball's tough to watch. I'm a fan, obviously, but it's
Yeah.
tough to watch. It is. I agree. Although, if you watched last night's Yankee Red Sox game,
Oh.
smokes, man. It basically sucked all the way for 7 innings, and then it became this unbelievable game for three or 4 innings after that.
Let's start getting the starting pitchers out. You got to get that starting pitcher out.
Yeah.
Once
Yeah.
they do that,
Wow.
but the Red Sox really have fantastic pitching.
Wow.
All 4 pitchers, just unbelievable.
The Yankees definitely made them look good this weekend. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Before we jump into that real quick, I just want to mention the NBA draft real quick. And I know that you that you know this, obviously. There's just craziness with the NBA draft, right? And I just don't even know a lot of the players that get drafted. But with the guys we care about, Terrence Reed Jr., number 26, which was drafted by Denver and then traded to San Antonio. And then Caravan, obviously Alex Caravan, number 29, was drafted number 29 by the Cleveland Cavaliers and then traded to the Sacramento Kings. These poor guys, you know what? Here's my thing, Dad, is why, because I see it happening all the time in the NBA draft, why do they trade the guys right? Why don't they just get somebody else?
Well, it's based on their needs, I guess. They're going to
Yeah.
grab the better player, but if they see a guy like they need, and this is a good case with Reed, because San Antonio definitely needs somebody on their basket.
Yeah.
The way they blew their leads and everything
Right.
else, and he's going to be playing with Stephon Castle, and at UConn, these guys won. They had 2 championships.
Right.
So that's why I'm sure San Antonio wanted Reed.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what.
But it's too far. They had other picks that they had.
Well, here's the
first.
problem: is now Reed is a center, and they already have Wembanyama, so
Well,
is Reed going to be a
defense,
6th
though.
guy? Where's he going to fit in is going to be interesting. But he's got to be psyched that he's with San Antonio because at least he's on a winner right off the bat.
Yeah.
Sacramento, I don't really know it for Caravan. I think he would have been much happier with Cleveland.
Yeah, I think
But,
so. Yeah.
But you know what? These guys got to be happy that they're drafted. Period. Right?
They are. They're doing well. And Caribbean is staying an extra year at UConn just to sharpen his skills.
Yeah.
and he helped them a lot. I think that's why he got picked in the first round.
Yeah, it's amazing to me too that he was a first round pick because to me he didn't step up this year like he needed to. I'm a
It
fan
was
of
hard.
him. Obviously,
It was a hard year.
Yeah,
You know,
he had a
people
lot
out
of
and-
bad games though. And if I'm a drafter, if you will, I'm looking at some of his bad games and just saying, why didn't he show up for some of these games? He was the leader of that team, right? And you know what? Maybe that's what Sacramento saw too. They're like, you know what? We'll take him because he's the better player, and then we're going to trade him, and maybe they got more draft picks for him or something. I don't really know.
There's not too many college players that have two championships in their Final Four.
Right? In 5 years.
In 5
right?
years, yeah.
5 years as well.
Yeah, which is unbelievable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 years is big. I would say maturity-wise, knowing the game, I would probably take a 5-year guy over a 2 or 3 year guy anytime.
Yeah.
Maybe even a freshman phenom.
Well, maybe he'll prove himself at Sacramento. Maybe he'll be the shining light.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd like to think that both of these guys will have a promising NBA career should they stay healthy. So good luck, obviously, to Reed and Caravan. They were great for UConn, and we certainly wish them the absolute best. So now we can go back to beating up on the Yankees, which they firmly deserve, by the way.
Well, look at the Red Sox pitching. Yeah, Jay Burnett gave up 1 run in 6 1/3 innings.
Yeah.
Right? So the bullpen comes out, and gets me too. Our closer is now with the Red Sox, our big-time closer.
Yeah.
And
Chapman.
he shut the Yankees down in
Not yesterday.
in 3 games. Well, not yesterday. Not
no.
yesterday.
Yeah.
But the first 3 games,
Okay. Yeah.
they brought him in, and the
Yeah.
Yankees did nothing in the 9th inning.
Yeah.
All they did was wave their bats. Maybe they got a runner or two. Maybe walked a couple, but they couldn't punch him out.
Well, Chapman's still good. You know what? And I know the Yankees were talking about maybe trying for him. And he said, believe it or not, and I don't even think he speaks English, or at least he claims he doesn't.
Yeah.
That the Yankees owe him an apology for the way that his Yankee career ended. And Booney stepped right up and said, "We don't owe this guy anything." So I don't know what the problem was,
Well,
but I just don't think you're ever going to see Chapman back as a Yankee, and that's fine with me. We got Bednar.
Yeah, we got Bednar's, and but the thing is, why is our Yankees' arch rival? He ends up, and the Red Sox ended up getting the right players,
Yeah.
so that when they're playing the Yankees, here's our last place team, right?
Right.
Way behind in standings, and they knock off the Yankees. The Yankees who were in first place by 2 games,
Yeah.
they're now a game down.
Yep.
2
in the loss column.
It's a 2 in the loss column. And then they had Sonny Gray. He looked to me like he's going to be a good Yankee, right?
Yeah.
They got rid of him, and now he's not. He's 9-1. He didn't get the decision this time, but
Right.
he's 9-1.
He was unbelievable yesterday too. I
Yeah.
mean, the Yanks just
No hitter till the 8th
yeah,
inning.
the
Until
guy-
the 8th
the
inning.
Yanks just were waving at it, looking at third strikes. Just they looked awful. And you know what? Losing 3-7 in the last 10 games is not going to get this team anywhere. And they're just I don't understand how they're so good sometimes, and then they just play down to the competition. Look, they lost 2 out of 3 to the Mets, who are horrendous.
Yeah,
they just
last
lost
place
4,
teams. Yeah,
they
none of the last
just lost 4 straight to the Red Sox.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? These are teams you have to beat up on. You have to win these games. And you know what? You're not going to get them back. What'd you say? They're 10-14 or something against the American League East,
Well,
right?
I have the totals here.
Yeah.
Against Baltimore, they're 5-2. Against Tampa, they're 1-4. Toronto, they're 4-3. Boston, they're 4-5. Total of 10-14. Their division, including the last, 3 the really second-tier teams.
Yeah, yeah.
You got the Red Sox are in last place, and Toronto, and the only division, the only competition they have is Tampa, and they can't beat Tampa.
Yeah,
They're 1-4 against Tampa.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't understand how this team, the Yankees, are set up with pitching. Apparently, Fried is going to start throwing some live action soon, so hopefully we'll have him back as well. Poor Rodon yesterday. I mean, he didn't pitch badly.
No.
I watched a good chunk of that game last night, and he did not look bad, but he had absolutely zero offense. I mean, he only gave up 2 runs in 6 innings. And you know what? That's a quality start these days, unfortunately, you know. The Yanks bats just, you know, and thank God for the throwing errors by I think what was the outfielder's name for the Red Sox? I think it was Vasquez or something.
Yeah.
He just was awful.
They let the Yankees back in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yep.
they had 2,000 leagues, and the Yankees tied it in the bottom of the ninth to put it in the 10th inning.
Yep.
And the Red Sox not only got their ghost runner in, but they got, you know, they only had 1 out. They took 1 out.
Yeah.
And that out was a sacrifice fly to tie the game.
Yep. Yep.
Just
you
horrible.
are correct. That I couldn't believe it. The Yanks come all
Yeah.
the way back, you know, tied in the ninth, like you said, get a 2-run lead in the 10th, and then give up 3 runs to
Yeah.
lose the game in the 10th, which is it's just gut wrenching. And I know it's only June, right? It'll be July on Wednesday. A long way to go. Still, this is a marathon season, like baseball just is, right? But you know, this team, you know, they should be way better than they are, and they should be beating up on the American League.
Yeah.
You know, we looked at it. There's only 5 teams that are above 500, and one of them, the Texas Rangers, isn't even above 500. They're 42-42.
Yeah.
So, you know, if the Yanks are going to do anything, they need to whip up on the American League big time.
They do, and they go into these horrible slumps. This is the 3rd year in a row now where they're in first place, and they go into these wicked slumps.
Yeah.
And, you know, it always happens when we play a American League East team
yeah.
that knocks them off.
It's unfortunate.
They don't do well. Now they scored 9. They scored 9 runs total in the, you know, in the 4 games.
Yeah.
They lost 4-1, 6-1, 63, and 6-4.
Unbelievable. Just real quick too, because we're out of time, Dad. Good job as always. You know, the Sox are 6-4 in their last 10. 7-3 in their last 10, and the Mets 2-8 in their last 10. Already 15 back from the Braves. You know, I don't think you're going to see much better play by the Mets, but at least the Red Sox could be competitive. All right, well, Dad, good job as always. We are done. Thanks again, Mike and Al.
Happy 4th of July.
Absolutely. Happy 4th of July. Enjoy your long weekend, and be safe, and, you know, enjoy your sports as well, with World Cup soccer and all that good stuff.
That's right. USA, USA.
Yes, USA. All right, thank you for watching. Appreciate it.